Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. What a game we had at the Sharad Bangla Stadium in Bangladesh. An absolute nail biter thriller and a great 50 over game. It was Bangladesh in the end who won by one wicket. And yeah, who would have thought at one stage it was Bangladesh who was on top, then India were on top, then in the end, Mehidy Hasan came and pulled a rabbit out of a hat. An outstanding last wicket partnership with Mustafizur Rahman. It was an outstanding innings. He took the attack to India, put India under pressure with some big shots, and made India make mistakes in the field. A crazy innings from him, and he was the game changer, the guy who changed the whole situation of the match. Great stuff from him, and yeah, I think overall, if you look at the game, it was a really good advert 50 over cricket, a low scoring thriller. Of course, we're used to big scores in 50 overs, but this was a slowish track. It wasn't easy for the batsmen. There's turn on our offer, so some swing on offer as well. So both sides, I think they bowled really well, but in the end, India did panic and they completely lost the plot. They should have won the game. Again, their issue with finishing off tailenders continues. They should have got that wicket. KL Rahul dropped a sitter of a catch. He got to the ball and dropped it. He had the gloves on. You expect him to take that. Then Washington Sundar misjudged a catch. And after that catch, you saw Rohit Sharma, the captain, also showing a lot of frustration. I felt that he should have kept his calm at that time. The game was still there. There was still 20, 30 runs to be had. And yeah, as soon as he lost his cool, everyone just deflated. And the bowlers also were bowling too short. No one was nailing the Yorkers. When variation was tried, the ball wasn't controlled properly. There was no balls wides, too many extras. And yeah, lack of discipline in India's bowling in the end after actually fighting back so well because Bangladesh were 120 for 4, chasing 186. And at one stage, it looked like Bangladesh would push to victory. Then Siraj came, bowled an outstanding spell. Washington Sundar was brilliant. And India got back into the game. And when Kuldeep Sen took that last wicket, the hit wicket, after that, it looked like it was India's game. It was all over. The game was finished. We were wrapping up. And but it wasn't to be. And joining me is Fastad. How are you doing, man?
Doing good. Actually, I went to get something to eat. I thought it was like almost done, but
The game was
towards the end,
over.
yeah, the game came back and I had no idea. So I was just like quickly understanding what happened. I mean, but समझा Bangladesh लेके चले गए घर को फिर एकदम से I think Washington Sundar had made a little bit comeback and Shardul Thakur also bowled decently. तो I think उससे मैच वापस आ गया एकदम परेशान हो गया मैं अब खाना निकल जा रहा क्या हुआ समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो खैर I
भाई
mean like you were
खतरनाक मैच था घंटे का मैच था and at one stage when at the one stage it was Bangladesh cruising to victory then Siraj Thakur Sundar they all bowled brilliantly and the game was done man खाली एक विकेट बचा था उसके बाद चांसेस भी आए सेटर छोड़ दिया राहुल आपका फेवरेट प्लेयर and but the way Mehdi played he made India panic he was playing aggressive shots from the outside like in the beginning of course he was slow but when it was the last wicket he took his chances he took some risks and it paid off.
Yeah, no, I mean the way Bangladesh sort of addressed this issue. I mean, पहले तो ये match जैसा ना I enter करे, I didn't expect them to come all guns blazing, man. And who would have thought, Shakib Ul Hasan किराक हो गया एकदम से boy and but we just go back to like that catch, man. विराट कोहली का जो लिटिन दास लिया, ओह वो गोलकीपर का सेव कैसा था यार, वो कुछ वो next level. कुछ कैच था सुमेश बंसल भाई थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस क्या भाई which team are you supporting in the world cup we're supporting India in the world cup cricket world cup but if you're talking about the football world cup मैं इंग्लैंड सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ but
क्या
with
बात है
Portugal along
it's
with
coming
Portugal
home bro
along
it's
with
coming
Portugal
home mate. It's
because
coming home
Ronaldo के बहुत who are you supporting Mustafa bhai please let the people know
my team is out, bro. I'm supporting Saudi Arabia, and they're out of the World Cup. I do like watching Holland, so hopefully, they do well in the World Cup. I will be backing them, like Vinay always tells me. But my team is Saudi Arabia, man. They're out of the World
yeah
Cup, so
yeah
now I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral
yeah
today.
they
I'm supporting Senegal, bro. Senegal, no money, no
yeah
problem. We got Snoop Dogg at the wheel.
We've got Pathe sis also in that team. There's a Pathe in the family. Pathe in Hyderabadi means friend, so we love a Pathe apna bhai. But yeah, I mean, मेरे को personally तो खैर I hope ये World Cup Ronaldo लेके जाना, but again Messi is showing craziness. But moving on to the cricket again, football channel, like there is a football channel as well. We have Chasing Green Arrows for that. For chasing the target, how do you see this win for Bangladesh? How do you see India? Like what? Like Rohit. Let's start with Rohit Sharma. The way he got out, or like let's go with way up MC Shikhar Dhawan. I don't know why आज पूरे लोग रिवर्स स्वीप खेलने के मूड में थे यार, 2 आउट ऐसे ही हुए, फिर आपका बॉय श्रेयस अय्यर फिर शॉर्ट बॉल का विक्टिम हो गया. So let me know your views on this match, man. क्या हुआ? Like what went wrong? How do you think they approached the game? India, was it wrong? Was it right decision?
With that, I will take you into the eye test and we'll talk in more detail. If I take you from the start, Bangladesh from the toss, they elected to bowl first, and it was a sticky wicket. There was something in it for the bowlers, and I felt that the Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, when they were batting, it was a decent partnership. But after that, when they lost their wickets, and after that, everyone started losing their wickets again. Poor shot selection. Yes, Bangladesh, Sakib was bowling so well. The way he got Rohit Sharma out, a stunning delivery. The way he got Virat Kohli out, that was also brilliant. I know the catch was outstanding, but just look at that ball. He took the pace of the ball. He made Virat Kohli stretch, and the
फील्डर
catch was
जमा
still
के
good.
रखा था, फील्डर जमा के भी रखे थे यार.
हाँ, मगर उसके बाद दूसरे जो थे शिखर धवन का विकेट मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. आप कैसा शॉट खेले, लाइक वैसा शॉट क्यों खेले, कैसे खेले, कैसा खेले, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. श्रेयस अय्यर शॉट ball issue, same problem. We at it again. Then Washington Sundar, he was struggling, man. 19 of 43, he was not getting to grips with the pitch, and that is because he came straight from New Zealand. Lack of adapting to conditions, lack of match practice in Bangladesh is going to take time, especially for younger players. It's going to take time. You can't expect them to come and start hitting through the line. In New Zealand, he was hitting through the line, and he had some fabulous innings. Magar ye pitch alag hai. Like in Bangladesh, the conditions are different. Yes, you can say similar to India, but it's still a bit more different to India as well. So you have to get used to the conditions, and I don't think some of the batsmen were ready. Shahbaz Ahmed again, youngster, he also couldn't perform. Shardul Thakur. There's one man who stood out today, and that was KL Rahul. I felt he batted well. Under pressure, wickets falling all around him. Magar unhe khela jam ke. Yes, you can say it was against Bangladesh. Yes, you can say it's not a big match or whatever, but he did bat well, and he was fluent. His strike rate was good as well, 104 runs aa rahe the uske bat se. But overall, I just think that Bangladesh, Sakib just trapped them, put pressure on India, and the pitch was not easy to bat on. Look, the narrative can change. If Bangladesh chased this down in 20 overs, then we would have just gone into the batting and saying, why did they bat like this? Why did they play shots like this? Yeah. But now we know when both teams bat, then we have the best idea of kaisa pitch tha, pitch kaisa tha, and did India actually bat bad or did Bangladesh? It was a tricky pitch, and it was shown in both innings. The way I look at the game, you might look at it differently. I look at it that towards the end, India had the game in the bag. Like there was no doubt about it. For me, they should have won that game with that score, 180. So yes, there are a few things that the batting needs to improve, and we will get into that. But for me, it was the bowling which let them down, man. And in the eye test, the person I wanted to talk about was Sakib, and that's what I mentioned. You can talk about it as well.
I mean, like looking at the score, fall of wickets also, when it was like what 136 for 9, and उधर से कैसा खींच के ला लिया और like समझ के बाहर. I mean, yes, like you perfectly mentioned, I think I look at the same way. अगर even India batted poorly and Bangladesh अगर 10 wickets या 8 wickets से जीत जाते, then we could come to a conclusion that India really performed poorly with the bat. But here, once you had the it in the clutch, basically 9 for 136, 1 wicket should not be a problem for us, given the quality of bowler that we have. Yeah, that should not, and that's what it should not. 1 wicket.
ये कब से प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है टेल एंडर्स को लाइक के साथ
finishing up finish up will always be a problem.
टेस्ट मैचेस में सैम करन आके फोड़ दिया था, जेमिसन आके न्यूजीलैंड में फोड़ रहा था. And this is where India was losing crucial matches away from home because they weren't cleaning up the tail. Yeah, it was a different format. But the problem is that when you're in that situation, you can't let it go, man. Finish the match off. You have 50 runs to play with, 40-50 runs to play with. Look, कितना था partnership का 40 odd तो था दोनों का. You cannot do that. And वैसा नहीं कि clean मार रहे थे. Chances दिया, chances आप छोड़ रहे. And अगर आप chances छोड़, also one thing I didn't, it comes in my eye test is Rohit Sharma, man. Like I felt that his bowling changes were really good. Everything was good and stuff. But when the going gets tough, he loses it quicker than Kohli does. And सब बोलते थे कि विराट कोहली cannot be captain because he has a temper, गालियां देता. आज उन्हें खुल के गाली दे दिया वाशिंगटन से को देखे. The clear words I lip read. Look, I can be wrong. आप chat में आप लोग मुझे बोल सकते हैं. Clearly, he said, "What the f." and then he said the word BC to him. You're losing your cool. I'm not saying gali mat do, like we're all grown up men. आप जितना भी गालियां देना दो, मगर at that time, after that, the whole game changed. As a captain, I'm not saying keep your cool, ठीक है. और ये भी मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया कि गाली उसको दे दे, मगर राहुल जो सिटर एक बॉल पहले दिया उसको गाली नहीं दिया. So I think captain needs to be a bit more, aware of the situation and not give up that easily. Because when you're swearing and shouting at someone, it looked like he was giving up.
Complete. And देखो गाली or not गाली face पे तो दिख के आ गया था कि भाई this guy was stressed and this guy was under the pressure obviously because अभी वर्ल्ड कप के ताने सुन के उन्हें आई थिंक अभी भी हवा लगी हुई है. बट लाइक आफ्टर अब जो बोलते हैं इसके बारे में कि भाई आईपीएल 5 बार जीत चुका है and he should be a little bit more mature by now and he should be a little bit more calmer. I think he can read those situations. He is capable enough to handle it as well. But I think थोड़ा the situation let him get the best of him and I think थोड़ा बहुत relax करना चाहिए. But yeah, overall Bangladesh played a fantastic तो नहीं, but like they got it back and credit to them. I mean, you can't
Hasan
take
was
that away.
fantastic.
Mehidy,
Mustafa
Hasan was fantastic. Yeah, Mustafa with the ball also was fantastic, bro. Like his figures like are next level. 7 overs, 19 runs, 2.71 की economy थी भाई. तो क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Outstanding. And also, Ibadat Hussain, he picked up 4 wickets.
47,
he gave Shakib that support in terms of wickets. Yeah, his economy is slightly expensive because Rahul was playing him well. Lekin I think his wickets are very important.
We have a question with Mr. Techie Life. Thank you, sir, again for joining us every day. I think we lack a slog over specialist because without Bumrah, India looks poor because the current bowling attack not able to fizz. Also, that looks weird for us. You want to guy? Yeah.
Slog over. He's talking about death bowling, not like batting. Slog over.
Bowling, yeah, without Bumrah, yeah, the ending, yeah.
Yeah, man, but the thing is, bro, like they actually bowled well today. Like they bowled well. अब एक wicket के चक्कर में पता नहीं क्या कर दिया. He is right. Bumrah is your main death bowler, and without him, you're struggling. But still, man, like कोई भी आके डालो wicket ले सकते थे वो situation में.
And I think
you had to be more disciplined. आप Yorker try नहीं करे. ना आप क्या बोलते हैं full डालने की कोशिश full and wide. You कुछ भी नहीं try करे. You're bowling too short and you're trying to even the slower balls weren't being controlled properly. So just lack of discipline in that last thing and panic set in. Wicket ले लिया था उन्होंने. उसको शार्दुल ठाकुर बिल्कुल wicket out. And he dropped the catch. आप जब catches drop करेंगे तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते.
And also ये जो बुमराह का है, of course that's a very big void in our team, but भाई at some point of time in the history of India we'll have to move past Bumrah. We'll need to make more specialists, right? So without Bumrah also we need to see how the team is performing and clearly World Cup में भी वही बोले कि भाई बुमराह को मिस करे. अब इधर भी अगर अपन बोलेंगे बुमराह को मिस करेंगे, where the conditions are similar back home. So I don't think you need Bumrah everywhere. Yes, Bumrah the important.
Even with Bumrah, bro, even with Bumrah, you've lost the 2017 Champions Trophy final. With Bumrah, you lost 2019 semi-final. With Bumrah, you lost the 2016 semi-final also when he was new at that time. You lost the 2021 World Cup also with Bumrah. So it's not Bumrah. Like it's not. Yeah, he's an amazing death bowler, no doubt. But this is
it's all about catches with matches, bro. That's it. Yeah,
it's a problem with the Indian team. जब आप pressure situation में एकदम से panic हो जाते हैं. And over here, I am going to be critical of the captaincy, the fielding, and the bowling because match आप वहीं हारे. आप जितना भी बोल दो 180 is not a good score. ये वो match तो आ गया था, right? 50-60 रन होना था, एक wicket बाकी थी. So the captaincy has to improve, the fielding has to improve, and the bowling has to improve. मुस्तफा भाई देख लिया केएल को in pressure 70 भी अपने लिए हार. देखो आज आप सही है, मैं कुछ भी आर्ग्यू नहीं कर सकता चिराग भाई. आप वो कैच ड्रॉप नहीं कर सकते. लाइक प्रेशर में ही should have taken that catch. Yeah, look, batting wise, उन्हें आपको like ये target तक लेके आया तो like I will appreciate his batting. I felt he batted well. आप बोल सकते हैं अपने के लिए खेला, मगर वो situation था and he batted well. मगर I completely agree with you. End of catch, he flopped today big time. Now enough is enough. Sad to see a team playing like this, especially Deepak. Is more condition type bowler. We should have gone with Sen for one more over. Hello guys. Hello Vinesh bhai. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Get the comments flowing in. Yeah man. Look, the thing is, Deepak Chahar got wayward in the death overs. He's sensational with the new ball in the power play. He's outstanding. He beats the bat. beautifully, but in the death overs he panics, man. He started bowling no balls as well. That, like, that's not acceptable in a pressure situation. You can't bowl no balls like that. 4-5 रन थे फिर भी बोर्ड में आप नो बॉल डालते रहे, so वो नहीं कर सकते. And yeah, I agree with you that, like, sometimes it is sad to see perform like that. Because I felt the game was in the bag. ठीक है, आप one-sided हार गए, you got dominated. I understand, but here you had the game in the bag. It hurts a bit more. So I understand where you're coming from. KL is like
लाइक बाबर
Babar.
मेरे 50 मेरे 100 बाकी टीम गई भाड़ में. लाइक ना, आई मीन ये बहुत हार्श हो गया भाई केएल के पीछे. आई मीन
नहीं,
आई मीन आई आई मीन नहीं,
आज के
आई
हिसाब
मीन
से हार्श है.
हाँ, आज के हिसाब से भी हार्श है. मतलब आई मीन नो प्लेयर वुड ऑब्वियसली वांट टू प्ले फॉर हिमसेल्फ. ऑब्वियसली सम डू. नो, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू से कि नो प्लेयर, बट लाइक इन केएल से सिचुएशन इज जस्ट सो बैड फॉर द गाय कि भाई जब परफॉर्म कर रहा है तो आई मीन ऐसा अपन बोल रहे कि भाई उन्हें अपने लिए खेल रहा है. आई मीन ही इज ऑब्वियसली ट्राइंग टू फाइंड हिज फॉर्म बैक. आई मीन उसको काफी मैं खुद क्रिटिसाइज करता हूँ द वे ही इज
मगर
एज अ
आज
प्लेयर एंड स्टफ, बट
उन्हें
लाइक
सही खेला. आज आज और कुछ नहीं कर
आज
सकता था, मुझे
सिचुएशन
लगता
के
है.
हिसाब से भाई आपके अतराफ में पूरी लाइक फॉर्म गिर रही, लाइक पूरे विकेट जा रहे, भागो का मसला है, खाली आउट हो रहे पूरे. एंड आई थिंक स्टैंडिंग रहना भी बहुत बड़ी. यस, द वे ही गॉट आउट, आई एम लिटिल बिट अपसेट कि थोड़ा सा लगा कि विकेट फेंक दिया उन्हें. ही कुड हैव वेटेड अ बिट मोर ऑन द पिच. थोड़ा उन्हें अननेसेसरी जाके शॉट मारने गया. आई वुड हैव वेटेड मोर इन इफ आई वाज केएल राहुल, व्हिच आई एम नॉट. बट लाइक मेरे लिए थोड़ा वो चीज अपसेटिंग थी. एंड ऑब्वियसली ड्रॉप कैच जो उन्हें करा, ही इज अ मच मोर एक्सपीरियंस कीपर एंड अ फील्डर इन दैट एस्पेक्ट. बट he did play well. He did
Comes
play
down
for
to
the team.
specialist keeper, bro. It comes down to specialist keeper. You're playing part-time keeper. वैसे ही होगा 50 over World Cup में. You have to have a specialist keeper. You're playing international cricket. You need to have a specialist keeper. Like, yes, even Pant can drop that, in Samsung can drop that. But when you're playing on the highest level, you go with the thing. Yes, Rahul Dravid करा था keeping 50 over World Cup में और चल गया था वो. लेकिन I always feel that you need to have a specialist keeper. And even look, okay, fine, गलतियां सबसे होते हैं. Let's, even if I decide to ignore this, overall, what Chirag Bhai said is right, man. In current situations, he does panic, whether it's a
Yeah,
drop catch or whether it's in with the batting. He doesn't know how
yeah,
to play with tailenders. Yeah, I mean, he can take a tip or two from Mehidy Hasan. Look, I'm not going to go into KL Rahul today in terms of criticism because उन्हें खेल अच्छा खेला आज. Like, he played according to the situation. He was the only one who looked comfortable on the pitch. It was not an easy pitch to bat on. आप बांग्लादेश का भी देख लो, कोई भी नहीं खेले. उन्हें मेहदी आके मारा, ठीक है, बीच में साकिब थोड़े रन्स मारा, and starting में लेटिन भी थोड़ा स्ट्रगल कर रहा था. But it was KL Rahul who looked the most comfortable today. So I felt he batted well. Where I'll criticize him is his catch. Of course, you have to take the catch. And for me, again, it's the captaincy and it's the fielding, which includes Rahul, which includes Washington Sundar, and includes the bowlers also. आप no balls ये वो नहीं डाल सकते at that time. And इतना अच्छा लेके आए match को, bowled so
yeah.
well.
What?
One
Yeah,
one person guys, I want to talk about in the eye test that कोई questions में मैं भूल गया before I
Siraj.
forget is Mohammad Siraj. Yeah, outstanding, bro. The way he bowled today, wonderful bowling. He's really improved as a limited overs bowler. Again, tight lines and lengths, very accurate. He's picking up wickets also. And the main thing is इसका economy इतना high नहीं रह रहा जो पहले होता था. He's not
10
going
overs
to
32 bro, like that's stupendous. In a 10 to 50 over format में 32 runs
yeah.
दिया. And he really bowled perfectly to the condition. ज्यादा ऐसा नहीं दिखा कि fast bowlers की track rate थोड़ा spin दिखा आपने को when Bangladesh was bowling, but when he came out, he came guns blazing. Like we were been mentioning, he's maturing his bowling with every tournament, variations ढूंढ रहा, bounce अच्छा करा रहा. So I think amazing commitment that he's given to himself, and that thing that we were speaking about yesterday कि भाई self develop करना भी important है. जैसा Shreyas Iyer with the short ball या KL Rahul with mental confidence या जो भी है. So I think it's just a good thing to see Siraj is actually one of those players.
We got a Bangladesh
Bangladesh.
fan in the
Yes,
house. Arju
Arju
Khan,
Khan bhai.
Mubarak, what Zabardast game tha. Congratulations to you and to the team. It was a great match. And over here, Chirag is saying, honestly, we didn't deserve to win this match. Poor batting, poor fielding, bowling को कुछ नहीं बोल सकते. 10 wickets से नहीं हारे. That's the look.
That's
I
it.
understand.
Yeah.
I understand. You're very upset about it, and like you should be like close game tha. But if you look at it from a positive point of view, that you made a match out of it, right? Like that
Yeah.
game 180, 185. You didn't expect India to win that, but they were in a winning position. They should have won it at the end. For me, again, it is the bowling, like bowling and fielding. You have
Yeah.
to improve that, like because आप catch ले लो, match खत्म. अगर catch छूटा भी तो आप और एक chance create करो. जब राहुल का catch छूटा था, 30 रन बाकी थे, तो you can still go and create chances. आप फिर भी नो बॉल डाल रहे हैं, आप misfield overthrows हो रहे भाई, overthrows हो रहे वो time पे. You're giving free runs to Bangladesh. I think 10 runs were free after that drop catch. So वो
Mhm.
नहीं होता cricket में. You have to keep going, keep fighting, and you could have still won the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think and that panic set in also because like they were in a winning position. एकदम से पलटा दिया game में दिया सर.
पोअर बैटिंग तो मैं बोलूंगा यस, बट लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ हाउ यू सेट के भाई फील्डिंग एंड बॉलिंग, फील्डिंग में अच्छे करे, आई मीन ऑब्वियसली अपार्ट फ्रॉम द ड्रॉप कैचेस दे वर ओके, बट बॉलिंग अच्छी करे, बट लाइक एंड में क्या 136 रन फॉर 9 विकेट्स थे आपके पास, पोटेंशियली 45 रन टू डिफेंड या 50 रन टू डिफेंड थे, उधर किधर कैसा आप लाइक उधर कैसा आप इतने रन दे दिए, इट वाज जस्ट वन विकेट मैच. तो आई मीन वो जरिए से अगर अपन देख रहे हैं, लुकिंग एट दैट प्रोस्पेक्ट, there are positives. Yes, KL Rahul was a positive in the batting side. Yes, in the fielding, not as much. India have a lot more to look forward to. But yeah, overall, I would just say that India needs to learn how to calm their nerves and sort of finish off games rather than like just leave it in the hanging and chalte jaan do. Tailenders को खत्म करो. वो एक फ्रूट का गेम आता था तो चाकू से फ्रूट काटते थे, वैसे ही पूरे टेलेंडरों को काट देने की रहती. That's it.
भाई वो ये है कि like pressure situation में you have to definitely क्या बोलते हैं so keep your calm. You have to be strong in these situations, and in a way I guess it's good कि भाई ये अब वर्ल्ड कप से पहले हो रहा है and everything, but still you can say as much as you want on the field. You have to perform when the match
Yeah.
is in that situation. You need to win those matches. And like you said, there's still a long way to go till that World Cup, and hopefully you can prepare. But your thoughts, like on the team composition, are you happy with this team going into the 50 over World Cup? I honestly, I also liked Kuldeep Sen in a certain way. I felt he had really good pace. It wasn't the best pitch for him because it was a slow pitch. Like, and he looked, like a good talent. Bowls very quick. He was bowling 140 at times close to 90 miles per hour. So I was impressed with
Mhm.
him. I was impressed with Siraj. I liked that thing. But do you think in the batting maybe you can mix it up a bit more, or you're okay with the top three, top four, top five?
I mean, there would be a little bit of change probably for me in the middle. Like, I mean, Abhi, I'm not 100% committed. Like with Shreya Iyer in the middle, maybe he could be like थोड़ा dodgy, dicey kind of a situation हो जाता है उसके साथ कि अगर चला तो नहीं चला. Like but I like you said, if I put Sky in this composition instead of Shreya Iyer, I mean, I will be having a hitter in the middle, and I'll have someone who'll speed it up in the middle and get runs which will boost the confidence. And then you have a KL Rahul coming after that. So if Virat Kohli and Sky can sort of get things going, then you have a Rahul who can drop the anchor again and play his time and play his way of cricket. And you have Sky sort of hitting out again. Shahbaz Ahmed, he did look good, bichara, lekin thoda bahut he's inexperienced. So obviously usko bhi thoda I might make a change or odd over there. But yeah, it looks like a balanced team. Maybe get Arshdeep in this squad. Arshdeep is also someone that we're missing. But yeah, lot of prospects in this team. But again, it's just like with all due respect to Bangladesh
But
and obviously them beating us, but World Cup is a different game. I won't say कि 100% ये team World Cup के लिए
मगर तुम
ready है.
वैसा बोल रहे राइट आई वुड हैव अग्रीड विद यू 2 years ago. नाउ आई डोंट अग्री विद यू बिकॉज आप ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. वर्ल्ड कप में भी यही था. आप बाल बाल बच्चे बांग्लादेश के अगेंस्ट वर्ल्ड कप में
Yeah.
लाइक हल्लक में आ गया था गेम. लिटिल दास फोड़ के रख दिया था. उन्हें रन आउट हो गया बोल के लाइक पूरा से वी फॉरगॉट अबाउट दैट गेम. So
Yeah.
this is the problem, man. The last 2-3 years, they're not performing up to standards. I don't know what the problem is, man. You can talk. Maybe it's IPL. Maybe it is they're not good enough. Maybe it's so too much cricket. I don't know what it is, but there is a problem there, and we have to identify it. This is an excellent comment, guys. Please do like and share. Your support is valuable. Watching 21 and the likes
Thank
में
you
तो
so
बहुत
much,
लंबा
Techie
सा.
Life. Yes, guys, please
Thank,
everyone support us. We're
thank you,
gonna get
boss.
more and more content. अभी
Thank you
बहुत
so
चीज
much,
आने
Tech
वाले
Life.
हैं. Yeah.
And we really appreciate it. आते रहिए comments
Okay.
आप भेजते रहिए. I am very concerned about Rohit captaincy. When he became my captain, I was thinking he's very tactical captain and holds the nerves and pushes decision.
Yeah.
And sad with point, he said that World Cup is for. Yeah, man. Like the thing with
Yeah, I think everybody's been
I
worried about his temperament. Everybody has been worried about temperament. Sorry, Mustafa, but like, I mean, even in the T20 World Cup, the temperament that he was displaying, it looked very casual and it looked very unmotivated towards like self first and then the team. I'm not. He didn't make his like we keep saying his bowling changes अच्छे, field placements अच्छे and stuff. But when it comes to us, stuff, you feel कि भाई थोड़ा और pump up करो यार टीम को थोड़ा बहुत energy बताओ, थोड़ा बहुत display a little. Animated is okay. I mean, I won't mind if you're a little animated and थोड़ा आप पुकारा कर रहे हैं, आप थोड़े flare up हो रहे हैं. That also adds to the flavor of the game. But personally, जब मैं रोहित शर्मा को देख रहा हूँ, हाँ, like that kind of a feeling of a captain नहीं आ रहा मेरे को. Like I don't get that vibe from him.
But the thing is, मैं उल्टा जब विराट कोहली करता था, जब बोलते थे कि भाई उन्हें बहुत ओवर एग्रेसिव है, उन्हें नहीं है, बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी ला रहा है, you should be more tactically more astute. right? He's not good tactically. Over here, I don't think that's the problem. I guess sometimes on a dictasus, but the problem is the captaincy. The Indian captaincy is a different ball game altogether, right? Like it's simple as that. Like there's so much pressure. MS Dhoni's hair went white. Virat Kohli's hair went white. Sort of Ganguly chewed all his nails off. It is the most pressured job in
Yeah.
India. That's just my opinion.
भाई
It's not a
हम देख के वाइट हो जा रहे तो वो लोग तो खेल रहे थे दैट्स अ बिग
मेरा
थिंग
opinion है ये, like fact नहीं है, मेरा opinion is the most pressure job and he's not being able to handle the situation right now. It's simple. उन्होंने सही बोल रहे विनेश भाई कि भाई उसके tactics गलत आ रहे हैं, like at certain times he's losing his shit, like he should be more calm in certain situations, and also like the team selection. I think someone mentioned in the chat, Gulnoor bhai yaar paji kitne mein, he just read my mind. You can't play Shardul and Deepak, like you're playing both of them. It's similar. Team selection is like an issue, and this problem is not only with Rohit Sharma; it was with Virat Kohli also, and it's going to happen with future captains. There's something that the team management also has to take control. Whether you get another coach or foreign coach, I don't know what it is, but it's becoming repetitive. The mistakes that Virat Kohli was doing, Rohit Sharma is doing, and Rohit Sharma even more. पहले बोलते थे कि भाई Rohit Sharma, he should be captain. Everyone used to say, मैं भी बोला, he should be captain. He's won 5 IPLs.
yeah
मगर क्या हो रहा? He's not being able to handle the pressure. Look, IPL is a different ball game. This is a different ball game. I know that Virat Kohli hasn't won the IPL, Rohit Sharma has, but I'm not even debating that. I'm saying right now, is he living up to the mark as captain? And today, I was not. I don't
impressed
think.
yeah
I was not impressed with the way he was losing his cool and just
but
tactics.
अगर
I was very impressed until that. I'll tell you something as well. Sorry to cut you there. उन्हें एक्चुअली अच्छा कर रहा था कैप्टनसी आज, मगर वही बात हुई, राइट? मैच नहीं जीते तो फिर क्या फायदा, वही बात हुई. बोलो, सॉरी.
बट वो चीज जहाँ प्लेयर्स पे भी थोड़ा आएगा, यस रोहित शर्मा टू एन एक्सटेंट, यस, बट जब बंदा आपका कैच नहीं पकड़ रहा, जब क्रूशियल स्टेज पे आपके एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स वहां पे खड़े उतरे नहीं, थोड़ा it'll be a little bit unfair on रोहित शर्मा कि आप उसको वो चीज पे क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं. आप जाके आप लोगों को हाथ में जाके बॉल तो नहीं पकड़ के पकड़ो, yes, the only thing you can do is probably give them
बात
confidence, no
सही है.
problem, चलो शाबाश, but like आप पुकारेंगे नहीं, गालियां नहीं, that's something, no, that's a big नहीं मेरे लिए भी.
मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज लोग विराट कोहली को बोलते थे कि भाई ने गालियां देता, ही शुड कंट्रोल एंड एवरीथिंग लाइक दैट. बट मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अगर कोई गाली दिया, वैसा कोई प्रॉब्लम. मेरे को द प्रॉब्लम आई हैड टुडे वाज ही टोल्ड सुंदर ऑफ, ही डिडंट टेल राहुल ऑफ. दोनों को दियो गाली, दे रहे तो खुला दो, राइट? मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम था. Yes, some people are not of that opinion. They disagree with me कि भाई you cannot lose your cool. But I've seen also MS Dhoni like once or twice, very rare, but उन्हें भी like गुस्से में आ जाता था. So it happens. I understand that. आप दो बॉल भाई, फैज बैक टू बैक बॉल्स, एक बंदे को आप अलग बोल रहे. आई नो दैट सुंदर का सेकंड था तो और गुस्सा चढ़ गया उसको, बट that was just my opinion.
अब with respect to Kohli, Rohit, Dhoni, everyone, देखो भाई, at the end of the room, it's a dressing room. They know each other better than any of us, right? It's a unit. तो अगर वो गाली भी दे रहा, I think वो लोग इतनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग तो रखते होंगे, probably not. It depends on what kind of, So I think वो चीज पे कमेंट तो अपन कर नहीं सकते, but as from an outsider perspective, we're looking at it, doesn't look healthy, it doesn't look good, and Rohit really needs to start taking control of the situation, and he really needs to act like a captain now rather than a player. India, due to some fitness issue, they lack with consistency with our prime players, and Rohit as captain players should do well, because we saw today Bangladesh also not do well against us. Yeah, मैं कब से बोल रहा हूँ ये चीज कि भाई फिटनेस बहुत बड़ी इशू है अपने पास. I mean, रोहित शर्मा को मैं बहुत ज्यादा, आई थिंक T20 के वर्ल्ड कप के टाइम पे जब हम लोग, मैं टीवी पे एड्स देख रहा था तो उसका पेट दिख रहा था, तो I was not a healthy thing to look at, honestly. I mean, yes, people say कि इंजमाम उल हक जबरदस्त प्लेयर था, बट इंजमाम का दौर अलग था, ये दौर अलग है. जैसे मुस्तफा भाई हमेशा बोलते कि there are 3 formats now, there's domestic formats now, there's too much cricket. You've got Virat Kohli is one of the fittest players today in the game. Why is he working so hard? Because you need to, and that's why he's one of the best in the play, because he's fit. पूरे इंग्लैंड के प्लेयरों को देखो आप फिट. आप थोड़ा समझना आप क्या स्टैचर पे खेल रहे अभी. एंड फॉर मी फिटनेस इज ऑलवेज द बिगेस्ट concern in any sport, because अगर consistently injured हो, because हार्दिक पांड्या को देख लो on the other hand, injuries are subsiding him mostly out of the each bilateral tournament. So I mean, thoda, I think something has to be done. Management also has to take a call on this kind of thing.
I am Virat fan, but I always feel Rohit is better captain. But today my view is getting wrong day by day. But Virat was better captain, and I think Rohit and Dhawan time is over for Dhawan strike rate and rotation. Tech level, Rohit is a brilliant captain, but players also need to do well consistently. इसमें problem क्या मैं बोलता हूँ आपको? Problem ये है कि आप बोल रहे players have to do well, but then if he's winning, then would you say that he no the players are winning him the game? So I think
Hmm.
it's a combination of both. आप देखो पलटा के उल्टा भी बोल सकते हैं राइट कि भाई अगर जीत रहे सब तो रोहित का ही तारीफ करेंगे कि कैप्टेंसी जबरदस्त था ये वो धोनी को अब आज तक क्रेडिट देता मगर बोलर तो जोगिंदर शर्मा था वो दिन right so that's what I'm trying to say like captain so जब जीतेंगे हारेंगे the buck starts and stops with the captain so he will get
Yeah,
criticized and I feel
100%.
yes there is a balance I agree with Technical to a certain extent कि भाई the players have to step up also and today the catch should have been taken लेकिन at the same time the captain will be questioned there will be just he's made mistakes and so are previous captains just has to improve yeah, batting and bowling can have a bad day, but fitness standards and fielding is what people are disappointed about. 30 यार्ड में सिंगल ले रहे भाई 30 यार्ड में सिंगल ले रहे आप ओवर थ्रो भी दे रहे मतलब टूज कट ऑफ नहीं हो रहे सही बात है बिल्कुल भाई आई थिंक हमारे दोस्त अक्रॉस द बॉर्ड ऑफ पाकिस्तान जॉइंड अस मिस्टर मलिक तौसीफ इंडिया हार गए इंडिया वालों हार गए भाई हार जीत को इंडिया शुड प्ले विद देयर sure shot players who are going to play World Cup because of infinite experiment with team players also do not feel secure about the position. अब ये है मैं आपको बोलूं फैज अगेन ये डबल
Sir.
एज स्वॉर्ड है जो सिक्योर पोजीशन जो बोल रहे हैं अब ऋषभ पंत को सिक्योर कर रहे थे मगर अब सब फाइड अप हो गए रे सब फाइड अप हो गया उसको बैक करते तो अगेन इट्स अ डबल एज स्वॉर्ड आप कितना बैक करना कितना सिक्योर रखना किसी को दिस इज आल्सो भी अब केएल राहुल तो सिक्योर ही कर रहे हैं उसको 2 साल से तो है टीम में उसको हर मैच में
Hmm.
बैक कर so that's where it becomes a double-edged sword. And today's game was an example that on the day you have to be, you have to take advantage of the situation. You have to be calm in certain areas, and you just need to be ruthless and finish off the game.
अभी एक चीज ये बोला था इंडिया के रिस्पेक्ट टू अब जो शॉर्ट प्लेयर्स की भी बात करें आई मीन इंडिया के जो प्लेयर्स है लाइक आप ही आई थिंक टेकी लाइफ भी बोलते कंसिस्टेंटली नहीं है आई मीन वी कैन नेवर गेट अ शॉर्ट टीम आई थिंक अगर वैसा रहा तो बिकॉज वी प्ले अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिकेट एक दूसरी चीज किसी का फॉर्म एक मैच में डिप होता किसी का फॉर्म दूसरे टूर्नामेंट में डिप होता तो वो अप डाउन विल बी वेरी रेगुलर टू सी इन एन इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम अगर आप थोड़ा मैचेस अगर कम कर सकते विच इज इम्पॉसिबल then I think we'll see a more consistent India. I think it's overall it also comes back as the player's life अगर आप देखो कितना क्रिकेट खेलते हैं टू मच क्रिकेट खेलते हैं तो आई थिंक थोड़ा वो भी एक फैक्टर है कि जहाँ पे फेड अप हो भी जाते हैं कि भाई कितना ही खेलेंगे बट यू कांट डू एनीथिंग इट्स द जॉब एट द एंड ऑफ द डे बट या शॉर्ट प्लेयर्स का तो आई डोंट रियली थिंक दैट्स गोना हैपन बिकॉज़ अब आप जैसा मुस्तफा भाई बोले पंत का ही देख लो आप या केएल राहुल का ही देख लो इतना it's not still short with them even despite them playing like since 1 year consistently.
Yeah, man, because look, I understand कि आप काफी क्रिकेट खेलते हैं मगर उसमें ब्रेक्स भी मिलते हैं like Rohit Sharma takes breaks, Virat Kohli takes breaks, KL Rahul takes breaks. It's even Ben Stokes like he's taken a break. Other players, other countries also play a lot of cricket. They also take breaks. Again, it just goes down to holding your nerve in current situations and also trying to improve your skills, trying to make something better. I love the pace of Siraj and Sen. Siraj is most improved bowler in white ball format, and economy is main thing, just brilliant. And in second ODI, Umran comes in place of Deepak. You could try him. Look, with Umran Malik, it's
Yeah.
going to be always high risk, high reward.
Nice.
He's going to
Yeah.
get hit for 80, 90 runs, but also he'll finish off a game for you, pick up 6, 7 wickets. So it's always going to be high risk, high reward. If the management and everybody is willing to take that risk and accepting that, he's such a quick bowler, but at the same time he can get hit, then I would play him any day.
Yeah,
Again,
100%.
also with Umran, I would like to rotate him. I would not like him play every single match. My opinion is different to other people who want to play him every game because I feel if you guys bowling 150 clicks, preserve him a bit. I'm not saying ki don't play him at all, but preserve him a bit. So
Yeah.
do alternate games and stuff. There's a lot of cricket to be had.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Let's talk a bit about Saqib Ul Hasan, man. Again, he's in Bangladesh. He's king. He knows exactly the conditions. He knows the way he bowled today. He had the everything at the palm of his hand. He knew कि कहाँ pitch करना है, ball क्या करना है. And as a senior player, also with the bat, he did contribute. Also, I feel that he gives tips to Leighton Das in the field, and it was working well. He has a lot of temper issues and everything, but Saqib is still a great player for Bangladesh and one of the greats. He has to fix his attitude, no doubt, but what a player, man.
Yeah, I think it's just एक age अपन सवार senior player हो गया है कि he's seen so many things like now if he sees like थोड़ा अगर उन्हें थोड़ा बहुत lack of effort या कुछ ऐसा दिखता है, probably gets irritated. That happens when you played at each and every side. Yes, there is one side where people get humble and sort of understand, but there are other people whose hunger is still there. Like if you see Cristiano Ronaldo को ही देख लो भाई, अभी भी ये उम्र में चिढ़ता, हर चीज गोल नहीं मिली या कुछ नहीं मिला. So I think Sake one of those kind of characters के he doesn't want it to be like less than 100% maybe. I think it's one of those things. So I think with Saqib, yeah, 100% आज जो spell डाला, he came with a correct plan of attacking it from the first ball. रोहित शर्मा को जैसा बॉल डाला भाई, I mean थोड़ा बहुत मुझे जडेजा के भी याद आ गई वो बॉल देख के, straight down the wicket bro, that was too good. I mean expect करे spin लेकिन spin हुआ नहीं, सीधा घुस गया विकेट में. कोहली के विकेट के हिसाब से yes he bowled it correctly according to the field placement, but मेरे लिए वो catch रितिन दास का incredible था, because the main thing, it had to stick to the hands. तो वो भी एक बड़ी बात थी. But yeah, he obviously crucial 20 odd runs that he provided with the bat as well. So he's an overall player, bro. He's the most experienced player in Bangladesh right now. He's seen everything. He's gone through World Cups. He's gone through T20, IPL. हर चीज खेल लिया boss. I think वही है कि भाई he's just one of those who's always hungry for more, and I think that's what his temperament reflects.
I think Chirag remembers that fabulous spell in Bangladesh by his dude Vinny. Missing him too, man. Missing Anil Kumble kind of who both bowl to stump. And but the thing is, Kumble also in one day sometimes towards the end of his career he wasn't as effective because of that stump to stump. But in test matches, Anil Kumble, no one can beat him, and for India he was outstanding. This is what I wanted to talk about. What do you think about decision of Stokes situation? I loved it, man. Outstanding. He's made a game out of this, and hats off to him in Makalam. I still feel that Pakistan are in the game, but the way he did that, the way they batted, they could have easily drawn this game out, like played it safe, at least bat it till the end of day, and go tomorrow and let Pakistan bat, and they can still try and win the game. That's what you would do. But right now he took a gamble because Pakistan is still in this. The 80 for 2, I think. The run rate is
one
decent.
injured.
It is chaseable right now, that score. So it takes a lot of kahunas to make a decision like that. And bhai, unhe bada risk
Do you
liya, and
think?
I love it.
Do you think Pakistan will implement baseball?
They don't need to. Look, the thing is,
They don't need to, but yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't need to. But like, अगर अपन देख रहे हैं अभी 80-4 with a retired hurt, I
263
think one of the
होना,
players.
90 overs में 263 होना. If you play proper, he's out. But if you play proper Babar Azam style, also you'll get to the target. It's about not getting all out. And Faiz, उन लोग easily 100 runs odd target दे सकते थे, या 50 runs more. They could have secured something. Even the approach that they showed, कि they were when England came up to bat, हर बॉल उड़ाने के लिए थोड़ा सा सब्र कर. 7.5 रन रेट था भाई.
I think अच्छा चीज भी ये है, अगर मैं एक पॉजिटिव और देख रहा हूँ स्टोक्स का, he's trying to test his bowlers out. I think also वो एक it's like an examination for them. It's like the last final कि भाई तू आके ये मेरे को मैच जिता, because अब मैं batters have done their job, we've got your decent enough total. अभी आज 50 ओवर का गेम है, कल 90 ओवर का नहीं है, कल 50 ओवर मैच है, 280 टारगेट है, अब डाल के दिखाओ.
But he's gonna get ripped, bro, if they lose.
Yeah, of course. There's always the grass is greener on the other side. There's always a downside to everything. But one question I remember you telling me Babar Azam was set up very well. You were saying that Babar Azam was like थोड़ा sledge करने गया था and it backfired on him. So could you tell me what exactly happened on that one?
Exactly. No, at that time Robinson was bowling to him, and Robinson sledged him at the end of the over. So what was happening was England just went with short ball method. They bowled 96% of the deliveries in those first 10-15 overs were short, and they got hit for a few boundaries, but they also got under the ribs and everything. They were hitting the Pakistani batsmen as well. So after one over, he told Babar Azam something, and Babar reacted. Once you react as a batsman, the fielders are excited, right? Like they know that we can get under his skin. Then Root said something or whatever. Stokes comes from the other end. He implements the same method. I think it was his plan. And short ball, and he nicks it to the keeper, and Babar is out. So I like that, because it's you're playing test cricket is about mental strength. Also, I love sledging. Like that's why I said I don't mind if Rohit Sharma is sweating at his own place. It's part of the game, right? So there were some few things. I think Babar lost his concentration a bit. It's not the reason why he got out, but it played into England's hands, and that's a huge wicket, because Babar Azam could have chased this on his own. So it was a huge wicket. Still, Pakistan are in it. You have Mohammad Rizwan to come. Imam-ul-Haq is batting really well. And Saud Shakil, this guy is domestically a very, very good batsman. Now on the international stage, it's going to take him some time, but watch out for him as well.
Mm-hmm. No, interesting that you said, the short ball therapy that England has been giving. I mean, I think Abdullah Shafiq, the first wicket that went, he tried to pull a short ball and he went and got caught.
शॉर्ट
So
बॉल
I
नहीं
think,
डाल रहे हैं.
हाँ, शॉर्ट बॉल ही डाल रहे हैं. आई थिंक ये चीज इम्प्लीमेंट करके पकड़ लिए इन लोगों को. एंड आई थिंक वही राइल अप करेंगे, शॉर्ट बॉल डालेंगे, मारने के गर्मी में मारने जाएंगे. एंड आई थिंक पाकिस्तान माइट एंड अप doing something. And but it's gonna be an interesting day, like you said. 280 runs है, 283 runs है, and पूरा एक दिन है क्रिकेट का. तो आई मीन देखते हैं क्या होता है. आई मीन आई फील के इट्स अ वेरी बिग गैम्बल एंड आई थिंक इट्स आल्सो फन बिकॉज़ आई थिंक एड्रेनल पंपिंग हो रही है. एंड देखेंगे
Yeah.
हार्ट बीट्स कैसे चलते हैं.
Barber's short ball problem is now showing in recent times. He got out many times. Yes, I remember Asia Cup. I was there in the stadium and Bhuvi bowled him that short ball, and from there I started noticing कि T20 World Cup में भी उसको problem हो रहा था. Barber has an issue with the pull as well. I think
Pull
he
shot,
doesn't
yeah.
pull the ball properly, so that's an issue. Brave call from Stokes. अगर ये हार गए backfire भी करे तो brave call है कि result चाहिए उसको. That is absolutely spot on. And bro, it was a boring game, man, until today. I'll be very honest with you. Runs आ रहे थे, सब आ रहे थे, shots दिख रहे थे, flat track था, नींद आ रही थी, दिख के. मैं उन्हें जान लेके आया मैच में, because he told his boys कि भाई आप T10 खेलो, मतलब हर बॉल पे swing करो. If they played a bit more sensible, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this target would have been out of Pakistan's reach, and they would still have a chance to win the game. But he said, bro, I want to win at any cost. अगर ड्रॉ नहीं करना, अगर I would rather lose than draw. That's the decision he's made.
I think वही है कि भाई it's examination for the bull. But one thing I wanted to ask everybody in the chat and people who are watching or going to watch, अभी थोड़ा interesting का question होगा. I mean, not interesting maybe, but just let's put Rohit Sharma in this situation, right? And like, let's say if he does this kind of a thing, okay, in Stokes से call ले लिया, मैं 280 रन दे रहा हूँ और we'll get ripped, bro. Like रोहित शर्मा को हम लग देंगे. अब इंग्लैंड के लिए we are saying वाह वाह बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है and stuff like. But when it comes to our own country like India, I think we would never do that. And if we did that, then again we'd be heavily criticized for this. So what do you think?
No one would do it. I don't even think Joe Root or any England captain would have done that.
Yeah.
I don't think only Owen Morgan it comes to mind who like plays this kind of high risk. Nobody does it, bro. Like I don't think South African would do it. No one would do it in that situation unless like I'm not talking about the Hansi Kronia and Nasser Hussain situation, but if you look at it, ये जो situation था, nobody would have done it. Like Ben Stokes is trying something different, and he has the backing of the coach and the management, and who's there at the top? Robkey. He has his backing
yeah.
because the thing is, the English press also they attacked him straight away the moment baseball failed one time. So, but he doesn't give a crap right now. He's saying, bro, this is my way or the highway. उन्हें बोल रहा कि बैगन पकड़ो सबको. Love to see something different as Root अपने left-handed. Yeah, bro. As I test में बोलना भूल गया. Joe Root played one ball just left-handed, but not even reverse or anything. He was just batting left-handed. Even Nasser Hussain was like, yeah, he's batting left-handed, bro. That was crazy and drop हुआ वो ball पे उन्हें.
I think कुछ psychological games खेल रहे हैं rather than cricket. इन mind games खेल रहे हैं कि एक ऐसा decision ले रहा, एक right hander है, left hander बन जा रहा, कल को right hander बोले left hander डालेंगे. I don't know what these guys are doing.
Stokes is different captain from other. He was always changing the field position. Saying with Stokes take the same call if England had any chance to WTC final. I don't think Stokes would have been captain if they had a chance in the WTC final because they got out of that race. They got Stokes as captain. So now how long he prolongs this, I don't know, Chirag bhai. That only time will tell कि भाई उन्हें ऐसा continue करेगा, risk लेते जाएगा, ये ऐसा खेलेंगे because देखो backfire एक दो दिन होने वाला है ये. And once it's already backfired already, and the way he handled it was very good. He said, "Bro, आप लोग बैगन पकड़ो, मैं तो ऐसे ही खेलने वाला हूँ." He told one of the most senior journalists in England. He told him, "No, this is how I'm gonna play." Because he asked him, like, "Don't you think you should have played a bit according to this situation and stuff?" He's like, "No, this is how I'm gonna play, and I want my team to play like this." India भी कर देता declared because India always both positive intent, especially in test. देखो ये situation में I don't know, like कर सकते थे, मगर also like I don't think many teams have the ability to go that quick. Even Pakistan, they're batting really well, मगर वो run rate नहीं match कर सकते हम लोग. So वही है बात. मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ अगर हम लोग और 100 रन बना दिए तो पाकिस्तान के लिए impossible था जीतने के लिए. अभी पाकिस्तान because the run rate is still in check, they can still go for it. But let's see, because there is a bit of spin on offer. Zad Mahmood bowled really well. For fast bowlers as well, there's some reverse swing on offer with the older ball. So it can still go either way. And it's set up for a fascinating day 5. And I'm actually excited for the test match now because the first 4 days, first 3 days, I was put to sleep, man.
आई थिंक तुम्हारी दुआ कबूल हो गई फाइनली कि भाई कुछ एक्साइटमेंट आना है ये मैच में। आई थिंक जस्ट बेन स्टोक्स इज द वन हु इज एडिंग द मसाला एंड द फ्लेवर एंड
Thank you.
शेफ लेके गए ना, बट इन्हें उल्टा शेफ बन गया ये मैच को बनाने में।
Yeah, image पूरे ingredients डाल के मतलब पूरा खिचड़ी पका रहा and it's down to the wire now. England need one spell to win the match. Who's going to give you that spell? Please tell me, Vinesh bhai. I'm going to go with
विल जैक्स।
man. I'm going to go Jack Leach. I
व्हाट
think.
अबाउट विल जैक्स?
Yeah, I mean, you're going Will Jacks. I'm going Jack Leach.
वाह,
It could go
जैक।
either way. Will Jacks also arch 24 of 13 Fairs. He can bat, bro.
Yeah.
I
And
think
he
in
took three
future,
wickets in the first half, like first
yeah,
innings.
I think in the future, like a bowler batsman भी left and right hand वाला skills try करेंगे. ऑफ स्पिनर के सामने राइट हैंडेड एंड लेग स्पिनर के सामने हो सकता है भाई कुछ भी आज आजकल तो कुछ भी हो रहा.
कुछ तो भी इनोवेशन आ रहा है आजकल तो, not just with technology but also with cricketers. So I think innovation is never ending and people are always going to invent something. जैसे डगलस मरेलियर अगर याद है, जिम्बाब्वे के इंडिया के मैच में he invented that shot and जब से अब तक आज तक ही खेल रहे हैं ये मैच शॉट्स. So I think anything is possible.
Exactly, bro. Who was your man of the match for the India Bangladesh game?
I think yeah, Mehidy pickle of the chase, bro.
I completely.
It would have been Saqib if it would have been Saqib अगर like we didn't fall down to the wire, but they fell down to the wire and Mehidy literally
Unis
like
matches I agree.
दोनों हाथ में उठा के लेके गया उन्हें.
हार गए मैच उन्हें जिताया तो he's man of the match for me. Going with Stokes and Anderson, that's a great call, man. The thing is, I'm just looking at conditions wise. That's why I went spinner. But Stokes Anderson, even in these conditions, can do well. I remember in India just last year, Anderson bowled a match-winning spell in that fourth innings. कुछ लोग हैं विराट के टाइम बोलते हैं रिकॉर्ड फास्ट है हो चुका है, अब की बात करो और जब किसी दूसरे की बात करो तो रिकॉर्ड लेके आगे उनको ने क्या वो क्या. आप मेरे को समझा सकते हैं क्या है गुरनूर भाई क्या बोल रहे हैं?
कुछ लोग हैं विराट के टाइम पे बोलते हैं रिकॉर्ड पास्ट है, वो हो चुका है, अब की बात करो, लाइक टॉक अबाउट द प्रेजेंट नाउ, डोंट गो इन द पास्ट. बेसिकली किसी दूसरे की बात करो तो रिकॉर्ड लेके आ जाते हैं, उन्होंने ये किया वो किया. सो बेसिकली व्हेन इट कम्स टू विराट कोहली, people talk about the record and stuff and they talk about now, they don't talk about his record and accolades, but if you talk about anyone else they go to the record and accolade but don't talk about the now, you know what I mean? So Virat Kohli is always under the limelight. Yeah,
because he's a star player, man. When you're the best player in the world, then all eyeballs are on you. You have as many haters as lovers. That's what it is. That's why a great player. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most hated guys, also, right? Like so, he's loved, but he's also hate. Like I think. So you'll have it. Any player has like ups and downs, and he has supporters and people who want to troll. But that's why you're a star player. You should enjoy it. Now, Root and Warner batting description will change in future. Orthodox right-handed and unorthodox will left-handed and vice versa. If Wood Kelta, I would say this match is going on England's side because Wood has great skill, ball body line bounces. Because yes, I think you're absolutely right, Akil. The way the way they were approaching today, like the short ball tactics, and again, I don't know if you call this baseball, but this is an aggressive tactic which is coming from captain and coach. Ki bhai body line, maro, and Wood would have executed to perfection because he has the pace and accuracy. Simple as that.
Yeah, 100%.
We have 7 minutes left, Fez. Bolo first, tell me.
7 minutes में ये पूछूंगा मैं, if अगर next one day अगर अपन जा रहे in terms of India Bangladesh, what changes would you recommend? जा रहे बोले तो खाली टीवी पे चैनल बदल के जा रहे. What would you recommend? Like what changes would you like to see in this match from India? Yeah, India of course.
I would like to see someone play instead of Shreyas Iyer, but go with the same team, man. Like they got close and everything. Go with the same team, and these guys need to improve. They need to learn from their mistakes, and that's what I want to see. I want to see कि भाई लोग गलतियों पे सीख रहे क्या, like they're trying to think. Go with that, like हमारे one of our friends said कि consistent security दो security हारे match ठीक है, give them another chance. I don't want to see any changes, and then if they lose the other game, then you know what to do for the next series. You bring back Samson into the squad, you bring back Surya Kumar and everything and play. Is Surya Kumar in the squad in this series?
No, no, he's not.
So then what's the changes, man? But like I let's see. Like I would just back this team and see what happens. हर एक मैच हारने के बाद ये इंडिया के लिए वेकअप कॉल. पता नहीं वेकअप कॉल ही है. भाई बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हैं। अब इसका वजह नहीं है इसलिए हम लोग इतना चर्चा करते हैं, इसलिए इतने कंटेंट रहता, पूरे मीडिया ये सब बात करते हैं, बिकॉज इसका कोई सही जवाब नहीं है या सोल्यूशन नहीं है। वी जस्ट हैव टू फाइंड डिफरेंट डिफरेंट थिंग्स एंड डिस्कस इट, बट ही इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट ब्रो। सिंस द 2013 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी there've been a problem, and whether Dhoni was captain, Kohli, Rohit, like this Indian team has had issues like so.
Do you
uh,
see with the wicketkeeper issue that you mentioned? Do you see Ishan Kishan coming into the side?
I would like to see him come to this side, but then in place of who? Where will you play him? Are you going to
Shreyas,
play him as an opener? Huh?
Shreyas Iyer maybe.
Again, Ishan Kishan, you've backed him as an opener in T20s and one days. Do you want to see him in the middle order? Do you want to see him open? Ishan Kishan
Mm.
potentially could be the successor to Shikhar Dhawan. He could be that kind of player, right? And but he has to show a bit more maturity. I think he's very aggressive. I would like to see Ishan Kishan open the batting with Prithvi Shaw. That's what I would love to see. But it's not going to happen because they will also make mistakes, and I don't think the management will want to take that risk. Tripathi deserves a chance. Surya not in the squad. Yes, Rahul Tripathi deserves a chance. Absolutely. I would play him in place of Iyer, but I think just one more game, go with the squad and then see what happens. It doesn't mean it's the right thing. What I'm saying, I'm just giving you my opinion. I believe that Tripathi should get a chance, but मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ भाई, खिलाओ जितना भी खिलाना है, but then you make the call and make the right call. Not the right call, but go with your gut and say कि भाई this is my player, and put the thappa that भाई आप ही जिताएंगे मेरे को World Cup. So go with that. Try as much as you want, experiment as much as you want for this series. Let's see what happens, man. I don't know. Like, I don't think look the way Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid have talked about Lambi Rassi. Then I don't know if they'll make changes. So that's why I'm saying. Bolo first.
Shreyas is the only player who played well and played consistently in over. Nahi, nahi. Because all other batters played T20 a lot. Shreyas Iyer is the only player who played well. I mean, that's a little bit of नहीं बोल सकते because श्रेयस अय्यर did struggle in New Zealand. I mean, उतना ज्यादा खास एक 80 बनाया था, उसके अलावा he struggled with the short ball and his weakness is very open and like very well known to the opposition. अभी आज भी वही चीज हो गई कि भाई he got out on the short ball though he was
Short.
looking okay, but वो short ball का problem इतना pertinent है techie life that I think it's a very big risk to have if you have bowlers of this is just like Bangladesh right now. If Tuscan is not in this attack and Tuscan might be in there in the second ODI and he's going to bring it, bro. Tuscan is one bowler and I really admired from the T20 World Cup how he bowled, and I think अगर उन्हें आके अपने बॉल डाला and again shot पकड़ लिया तो खत्म फिर श्रेयस अय्यर के I think it's going to be a very big problem for India.
Yeah, I agree. Well said, man. That's the thing. And the thing which Shreyas says though, he's an outstanding player of spin, and that's what covers it up for him, and that's why he gets those big knocks in between. लेकिन वही है कि अगर आप जब तक आप ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं करेंगे शॉर्ट बॉल का, आपको ये इनकंसिस्टेंसी आती रहेंगी आपके गेम में. योर फेवरेट टुमारो, इंग्लैंड और पाकिस्तान, बोथ ऑफ यू फर्स्ट गो फर्स्ट.
England, of course. I feel England. I think your confidence, display करे, England might take it away from me, and I like them better than Pakistan, obviously.
You're going to go with England. I'm looking at the who's called to come to bat for Pakistan. Babar is out, and they have Mr. Mohammad Rizwan, Agha Salman who can bat, Naseem Shah, Haris Rauf, Mohammad Ali Zahid Mahmood, Azhar Ali is retired hurt. So does Azhar Ali get a concussion sub or no? He doesn't because he didn't
I
get
don't
it.
think that's implemented because his fingernail split only. I don't think that's a concussion.
No, I know, but you don't get a substitute for that, right?
No, I don't think so. Only जोड़ के आजा बोलते. I don't think you can.
So if he's not fully fit, this is difficult for Pakistan. If Azhar Ali was still batting or if Babar Azam was still batting, I would give Pakistan a bit of the edge. But yeah, it's difficult, man. I think England will probably win. And the players to watch out for tomorrow, I think we already mentioned
Imam,
from England side.
yeah.
From Pakistan, yeah, Imam and Saud Shakil चलने दो भाई, partnership है.
But this is a very good opportunity for Rizwan to step up. If Rizwan can step up and provide something to Pakistan like a century, वो अलग game changer बन सकता है. So for me, I think it will be Rizwan who is one, he could change it. जब bowling अच्छी है, yeah, sorry saying.
No, आपके ही बोल रहा था कि you're correct, man. And if Rizwan steps up, if these two continue to bat, put on 100, then Rizwan comes in and he takes the game from the next game is on, bro. Because I've seen Pakistan against Sri Lanka, I think they chased 370, 360 just now when in July only, अभी June, July में. Pakistan are capable of chasing. I'm just looking at वो retired hurt है, ये है, do they have batsmen? They do have these two put on 100 partnership game is on.
Yeah.
If you go wicketless in the first session, then
Yeah, then it's
Pakistan
like,
have a
yeah, then
very
it's
good
gonna
chance.
be a very like after like lunch फिर एक अलग चीज हो जाएंगी.
Yeah. But ये भी है
तो
कि एक spell का भी बात होता है. Someone mentioned in the comments कि एक spell can change the whole game. हाँ, sorry बोलो फिर.
नहीं, गुरनूर भाई कुछ बोल रहे थे, जब बॉलिंग अच्छी होती है उस दिन बैटिंग बुरी, जब बैटिंग है उस दिन बॉलिंग बुरी, जब दोनों अच्छे होते हैं तो सामने मिनो होता है होते गए.
That's the best way
कुद-
to end the show, man.
कुदरत का निजाम है और कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं गुरनूर भाई, वो कुदरत का निजाम है.
Yeah, I think got it spot on. Let's see what happens now. Man, we'll take this one last comment. Please add your comment on Jafar that he said nowadays India caps is very much gettable. Look, I didn't see that comment, but if he said that, I don't know what to say because if it's not gettable, then the player को chance नहीं मिल रहा है. राइट तो आप नैरेटिव चेंज कर सकते हैं जिस हिसाब से. द प्रॉब्लम इज रिजल्ट नहीं आ रहा तो आप कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. It is gettable. उन्हें जो बोल रहा सही बोल रहा कि like a lot of people are getting Indian caps, but whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. Because अगर नहीं दिया कैप फिर आप बोलते कि भाई इसको क्यों नहीं मौका दे रहे. अगर दे रहे कैप तो बोल रहे भाई क्यों मौका दे रहे. You should have a stable team. You should give security to your older players. So I don't know, man.
But I think the big question in that also is like किसको दे रहे, दे रहे but किसको दे रहे, वैसा भी एक I think question आ रहा है
अब ये भी
पब्लिक के
होता
माइंड में
है
है.
कि जैसा T20 वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है जिम्बाब्वे की सीरीज से तो देना पड़ता कैप. लाइक दूसरे को भी यंगस्टर को भी जैसे अननोन को भी देना
True.
पड़ता. क्या कर सकते हैं आप
नहीं, सही है बिल्कुल. Yeah, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, I agree.
But that pretty much wraps it up, Fez. Would you like to add anything to end the show?
Nothing, just another last day का excitement रहने वाला है पाकिस्तान इंग्लैंड का. Stay tuned for that. I mean, we're going to come back tomorrow to discuss that whole test match and all the details and the strokes and the mind games and the short balls. Everything is going to be discussed with
And the
that.
Baz balls.
Yeah, now अब अगर अभी की बात करें तो राउंड ऑफ 16 शुरू हो चुका है. It's going to be interesting match. फुटबॉल वर्ल्ड कप का तरफ हमारा ध्यान थोड़ा बटेगा. But yeah, we'll be coming back tomorrow and hopefully giving you more content on cricket.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tekilev. Thank you, Gurmeet Bhai. Thank you, Vinesh Bhai. Thank you, everybody. Chirag Bhai also. He's also been asking some crazy questions, and I really like his opinions. We have different opinions, but I really enjoyed. Maza aa raha. So thank you, everybody. Really enjoyed it. Maza aa raha. कल भी जुड़ो हमारे साथ फिर देखेंगे. Baz ball रहता है या बाबर ball रहता है. Let's see what happens. Faz, thank you so much for your input.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it today, and I will catch you tomorrow. Enjoy the round of 16. Enjoy the World Cup and enjoy the Test match tomorrow. Take care and have a good night, sir.